and welcome back to Wingot Plays Nomifactory. I realised at this point it's been a little over 3 months since I last uploaded an episode. After the last episode that I uploaded, I went to go play the game again to record the next episode within a week. And when I got to the world loading screen, I didn't have the option of firing up this world. I took a look around, dug into it, and found that for some reason the level.dat files were missing, which is basically the files that represent your own individual player. I initially went to a old backup that I had made, and it was 2.5 months out of date at that point, and it just didn't feel right. Something about the inventory just felt wrong with that one, and so I sort of put off playing it any further for a while. Then about a month ago, I had the bright idea that the worlds automatically save, and so in the instance folder, there's saves that I could grab the more recent level.dat, and I did. And then I fired up this game, played for a little bit. I figured out how to get the chickens to be attracted to here. There's the attractor obelisk from Ender.io, which if you put a chicken soul vial in, as soon as they spawn, they get attracted to it and come over here onto our Lumium wire and get themselves killed. Because we then had that, I also was able to go do the next step, and we could use that raw chicken to methane, MD, the mincemeat. So mincemeat we get from pulverizing the raw chickens, which I forget where I'm doing that. I must be doing that over next door. And then that mincemeat plus distilled water produces our raw growth medium. The raw growth medium, here we go, it's producing some now, goes into here in the advanced fluid heater, which makes sterilized growth medium, and then the sterilized growth medium allows us to make the blue circuit boards over here. It's not you. No, that's sulfuric. Here we go, yep. So the blue circuit boards use the sterilized growth medium plus the draconic stem cells, which we're getting from dragon eggs and sterilized growth medium as well. Here, so that's the one making the mincemeat. Somewhere around there's a chemical reactor doing that process as well. So yes, so we now have the point where we've got the multi-layer fiber reinforced circuit boards, which allow us to make the quantum circuits. And also, that's what we're already making. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? So, so it lets us make with the draconic stem cells and the sterilized growth medium. No, okay, so yes, it's making us let the it's letting us make the wetware circuit boards, which can then make the wetware circuits, and are also used in the assembly line to make wetware processes. So I haven't yet automated those steps, but we've gotten to the point where we will be able to. Another thing that I have done though is I have taught the system how to make. I noticed that we were getting rather close to having most of the materials that we need to make the exotic materials catalyst, and also the Mote of Omnium. I just happened to glance at both of these and thought that we had most of the materials sorted out. And so for a lot of these, it's a matter of solidified nitrogen, krypton, fluorine, californium, etc. Things that we can easily make. We just need to set up a solidifier and or a fluid extractor to make those. We need some night slime and crystal matrix ingots, and these various ingots are used to make the exotic materials catalyst, and pretty much all of these circles, the solidifieds, are used to make the Mote of Omnium. So that's the next thing that I was planning on working on. And so the first step is we need to take a look at the exotic materials catalyst. In fact, easiest option is to go here and then see what it wants us to make. It wants us to make crystal matrix ingot, which is probably... In fact, that's actually very easily doable. Diamonds, nether stars, diamond lattice, we may need to teach the system how to make, but basically everything there that we've already got in the system. So all we need to do is pop over here to our recipe encoder, and we can, that is a tier 4, there we go. We can go here, record that recipe into here, the crystal matrix loader, and then we just need a packager and an unpackager, and a, what color was it again? It was green, yep, and a ultimate package crafter. If we put the unpackager on top of it, the packager on top of that, and then each of these can have a recipe, then at that point we can ask the system to make our crystal matrix ingot, and it needs to know how to make diamond lattices and diamond nuggets. Diamond nuggets, let's have a quick look. Yep, that's very easy to make, and then diamond lattices we can also just teach the system to make. So those should both be very easy. All we have to do is pop in here to our pattern terminal, and nuggets easy, done. And the diamond lattice, let's take a look and see if that just works as well. We want the molecular assemblers, and now let's see if that works. It does. It's going to let us craft that, so let's tell it to go. Perfect. Now, the exotic materials catalyst, what else do we need? We need manulin, HSSS, dark solarium, vanadium steel, and night slime. I suspect a number of these are going to, like the HSSS, the manulin, vanadium steel, I think it's just going to be a matter of setting up blast furnaces. Let's take a quick look at the dark solarium ingot. So dark solarium here in the middle is also a blast furnace with tritium, so solarium and dark steel, and then night slime out here. We just need a slime block and titanium. I don't know. We've got titanium tetrachloride. Yeah, so at the moment, all of our titanium is being converted into titanium ingots as soon as it exists. So it's... And even that, I think, might not be... Like the titanium fluid never sees the system. But what we do have is we've got titanium ingots, and so if we put those into a fluid extractor, then that will be able to just get here, fluid extractor. That'll be able to get our titanium, and then we can throw that into a chemical smelter with a slime block to make the night slime ingots. I don't think we've got... Okay, we do have space here. So step 1, let's grab a fluid extractor and put this over into our fluid room, just so we're not wasting the very limited space that we've got left here. And so we want a fluid extractor. It's going to need to be EV tier, because all of these machines are EV. Yep. Cool. As soon as that's ready. Good. Fluid extractor, and then we need fluid conduit on top of it. Oh yeah, sorry, I never did finish the story, did I? So I did record another episode to show you all with the draconic stem cells and such, and it didn't record the game window it recorded all the audio, but not the game window. And so I got a bit annoyed and decided and didn't bother to record another episode. And now it's about a month after that. That doesn't. Right, what we actually need is a item filter. Item conjure with an item filter. But the last few, well, arguably the last week, I've really been wanting to come back and continue playing a bit more Nomifactory. So here we are. Now, so that is inserting. Perfect. Now we just need to tell our ME interface here to show titanium ingots to the system, and then titanium ingots should be getting pulled into there. We're just going to need some more item conduits, I think. Let's go past stack, connect that through, boom, and then that should start getting titanium ingots. Perfect. And then we just need one more piece of end steel cable on the end here to get this back up and running. Boom. Well, up and running. There we go. And so now we have liquid titanium. Perfect. So now we're just going to want a tank. We might as well just use one of these smaller 16 bucket tanks, which can go on top. What did that go to? Over there. Put that on. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Okay. Perfect, good. Now, that one we're going to want a fluid filter in here, which is going to be set to liquid titanium. Perfect, and then that can insert on black. And it doesn't need to interface with the others there. And then this can extract on black as well. Perfect, and now we're getting titanium. And all we need to do is put a fluid storage bus on the back we've got some cable on us and set that to extract only. And then we can just connect it in like so. Boom, titanium's available to the system. We can pop over to here. And that titanium plus slime is going to allow us to chemical react, which is going to need to be IV'd here. Let's craft a few of those. Go. And the question is, does the system know how to make slime? It does, but we're short on rice. That is 2048, which seems to suggest that we've got a full drawer somewhere, and so it should just work. But we're going to need to passively set up slime ball creation and slime creation. Okay, step one, let's grab the reactor. Where is it? Your chemical reactor. Perfect. And for now, we'll just create, let's say, 100 slime. Perfect. Good. That can go there, and then we just need a piece of aluminum at the back. Yep, good. Aluminum cable. Perfect. Good. Now, this needs it just needs a normal item filter because it's only getting one type of item. It says slime block. Perfect. And that can insert on ground, and we just want our system to then expose slime blocks. Perfect. And then we also need titanium here. Good. Fluid conduit. Grab some of those. And fluid filter. Good. So, fluid conduit with a fluid filter set to titanium and then set to brown insert. Perfect. There we go. Titanium, slime block. We're getting night slime ingots. And then all we need to do is take those back out, put those into there, and set this to extract on black. Good. And now our system should have access to nut slime. Perfect. It will eventually run out of slime, but we can deal with that later on, and I will look to expand the rust at some point as well. But we are fast moving towards the exotic materials catalyst, so now we need, let's take a look. So Dark Solarian is just a blast furnace, fine. Manulin is, do we have Manulin in the system? No. Okay. Manulin, smelting Manulin dust, which can just be made in a mixer with cobalt, ardite, and mana dust, all of which we've got available. So, give me a mixer. Can it be made outside of a mixer? The fluid solidifier packager, no. So it Manulin dust has to be a mixer. So we're going to have to teach the system how to make IV mixers because we don't have any space on our EV lines. So let's just quickly pop over to here. Mixing machine mixer, advanced mixer. Perfect. That should be able to probably just work there. There we go. And a IV mixer. Give me 2 of those. Perfect. Go. And then we pop back to here. Good, we got one of those, and we'll grab some Lumion because we're going to need that in a sec. Good. Step 1, put that there. IV mixer can go there. Good. Now we need a limited item filter for this one. Okay, and then that can go there, and we want Manulin. So for Manulin, we're going to need cobalt, cobalt dust, ardite dust, and primal mana. No, mana dust. Perfect. Insert. Done. Now, I doubt any of those. Oh, there we go. Cobalt's already available on the line. Fine. And then we want mana dust and ardite dust. Good. Now, I think that was it. It was like 4, 4, and 1. Yeah, it is 4, 4, and 1. No fluid. Perfect. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. And there we go. We've got Manulin coming in. Good. And then that can go up to there. And last step is that needs to extract on black. Perfect. Now, what I might do is I might actually put a couple of draw downgrades into here so that these only have a stack each. So that we don't burn through all of our titanium and ardite and cobalt and mana dust and such. And then these machines will backfill to have a stack's worth as well. It might be a mistake because we may need lots and lots and lots of these exotic materials catalysts, but at least for now, let's do that. So the exotic materials catalyst, so we've got the Manulin. The Manulin then just needs to be smelted. Is Manulin dust good for anything? I don't think so. Makes draconium with dragon's breath, and I don't have. Oh, I do have dragon's breath. How am I making draconium? I'm using a blast furnace with draconium dust and nitro diesel, aren't I? Which would suggest I have to have Manulin somewhere. Maybe it just wasn't ever going into a drawer? What do we got here? This is titanium. I don't know. I might have to try to look into that later. But for now, we've got Manulin there. What is that? Indium. Okay. yeah, we've got manual there, and we can use that to smelt. So we need a furnace or a smelter IV. Alloy smelter? No, I want a normal. Oh, there isn't. There isn't a furnace of IV tier, is there? No. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to use one of these. Anything on demand, we've just been using the smelter over here, the multi-smelter here. And in fact, that's what we can do, because the manual, and we've got the manual and dust there, and all we need is manual and ingots. We don't need to smelt any further than that. So let's just teach the system that it's allowed to smelt manual and ingots. Oops. And we'll say do 8 at a time. Perfect. And then that can go here into the multi-smelter. Perfect. And then exotic materials catalyst, cool. So vanadium steel is, I'm fairly certain, a blast furnace recipe. Yep. With vanadium steel, which is just steel dust, a bit of vanadium dust, and a bit of chrome dust. Easy. And then HSSS is going to be hot HSSS, which is HSSS dust. We've got HSSG dust already, I think. We've got iridium, we've got osmium. So I think we probably can do these last couple of steps pretty easily. So let's go set those up. We need a couple of these mechanical crafters. Make 20 of those. They're very simple to make. It's still making the slime blocks in the background. Okay. Good, so one of those, and we need limited iron filters. Good. Now, this one here, step 1, HSSS is going to be here, the HSSS dust, so we need 6 HSSG. We need 1 osmium and 2 iridium. So, osmium. Oops. Iridium and HSSG, which we need 6 of. Perfect. Those can insert on brown, and then this is going to extract on black, which, so we've got HSSG, we've got osmium, and then the question is iridium. Will that, oops, that's the wrong interface. Will iridium just work if I do this? No. Why? We've got iridium ingots, not iridium dust. So iridium dust, I'm sure, can just be made out of iridium ingots. Yeah. So it looks like we need another pulverizer, and it needs to be IV tier. Perfect. You can make like 4 of those in the background. Good. And then we've got a bit more lumium sitting here. So lumium, let's run that along the back, and we need the pulverizer. Perfect. So this needs a standard item filter right there, which is going to take the iridium ingots and extract those. Okay, so you need iridium ingot. Good. And then we just need some more draw downgrades so that we can downgrade both of these. Perfect. And then the iridium dust gets to go up to there, which should then make it available to go into here. And the last step is this needs to actually have the recipe itself set. Good. And let's grab some cobblestone so that we can fill up the rest of these. And then the HSS dust gets to go into there. Perfect. Now, the vanadium steel. So we need another mechanical crafter here. It needs vanadium steel, which is 7 steel dust. Steel dust. Normal steel dust. 7 steel dust, 1 vanadium dust. Oops. And I'm pretty sure it was 1 chrome dust at the end here. Perfect. Extract that. Good. It's got the steel, it's got the chrome, it's got the vanadium. Perfect. So we just need to put that there, and then this can go up into its own drawer at the top. Great. And the last step is, so we've got HSSS, we've got vanadium steel, and we need the solarium. So let's take a look at that. The dark solarium is solarium and dark steel, both of which we've already got automated. Tritium, I don't remember whether that's in the system, but we'll sort that one out in a moment. For the time being, let's see what we can do about finding some spare U. You need to be at least HSSG temperature. Fine. You need to be copper nickel. So vanadium steel we can easily do here. If we just put the vanadium steel dust here. Let's grab a couple just so I can get this to work. Oh, my mistake. This one's already being used. So yttrium ingot gets to go there. Good. So don't need that. Perfect. Now that these are all full, I believe. Everything on this side is very full except right here. Perfect. So let's put away that yttrium. Yes, let's grab some vanadium steel dust there. And here we can run a little bit of vanadium steel dust. It's paused because this needs to be set to vanadium steel. And let's say we want 64. Good. That should run. That will use up that vanadium steel. And then we will get vanadium steel on the other end. Now, let's pop upstairs, and we just need to get access to the, let's see, it might be that one. That one is not set to insert anything, so let's grab a piece of vanadium steel dust. Let's grab we've got item filters already. So standard item filter. Standard item filter. There we go. To insert vanadium steel. Good. And that gets to insert. Perfect. Now let's put that solar panel back and make sure that everything's working on the other side. We've got the vanadium steel dust there. I wonder if this one's not set up for extracting. There you go. Now it's getting it. I don't think I want a full MV there. I think I need my magnet back. Perfect. Now I want a input bus, just a ULV. Perfect. Good, and then that can have all of those. Perfect. Now that should be running, and we just want the vanadium steel here so that we can take a look how much is in the system as well. Perfect. So we've got vanadium steel done. Now HSSS we need to do in, this is HSSG here. Perfect. So this Naquita should be a tier up from that. we also want an input bus on the front here. We need this to have some HSSS dust. Good. And then we just need that to, so this one's going to be set to HSSS ingots, which let's say we want 64 of those at any given time. We, on the back here, are going to need to put an output bus, which can be MV, that's fine. And then we just need to try to go here maybe. And that one's probably already utilized, it is, so we just need to, in fact, let's just double check that. That one is being utilized for, yep, vernacular, cool. So this one and this one get to be replaced, as do those. Perfect, now we just need some item conduits. Item conduits, there you go. And this one is going to extract on black always, or white. Perfect. I don't think it's possible to check that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can't click on that. Okay, and then this one here needs an item filter for HSSS dust. Insert on brown. Good. Perfect, that's inserting. And it should start producing. It's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Are you the wrong way around? When levels are above. When levels are below, I'm what you do, man. Perfect, so that'll make HSSS, and then if it, so long as that makes it into the system, then we've done it correctly. Good. Now you HSSS. Perfect. Oops. Then that can go into there, and then we just need some, oops, Vena facades. It's Vena. Four of those. Good. Because that then allows us to go here, and we can replace our solar panels. Yay! Now, the last step should be, we just need the dark solarium. Yes, perfect. Now, dark solarium is going to go here. We're going to need at least an MV input bus. But it is going to have a limited item filter on the top, so it should work out fine. And so, let's go up to here. Let's rip out these bits. Let's see. Yeah, cool. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Output bus can go here. Perfect. Now we also need a fluid bus here. Fluid input hatch, which can be a small one, that's fine. Good. And then we need item conduits along here, of course. Oops. That's going to be extracting on white, as always. And then we need fluid conduits, which that's going to be the question of where do we pull those from. So let's rip up all of this, just so we can see where we need to get that from. Okay, so it looks like we've got fluid conduits to there. Oh, perfect. So we've got only one short. Great. Now this is going to need, it's titanium, isn't it, that we need for this? No, it wasn't. It was tritium, which we can grab a fluid filter there to insert on brown. Okay. And that ME interface, fluid interface, that's not going to work. Okay, where am I here? Cool. So let's go check out this fluid interface. Let's see if we just tell it. Yeah, I think we're going to have to teach the system how to make tritium as well. But here we need a limited item filter, which is then going to be set to dark steel solarium. So you need a dark steel ingot, insert on brown, and a solarium ingot. Perfect. And then we just need some more of those facades. Perfect, and we can reconstruct our solar panels. Okay. So now let's go teach this that it needs to expose solarium and dark steel. Perfect. Now that should get one of each of those in there. And then the last step is, where do we get tritium from? Is this another fusion reactor? Centrifuge. We can centrifuge deuterium. So that should be pretty easy to do, actually. So give me a IV centrifuge. Actually, no, I need an EV centrifuge. Cool. That gets to go there. And we need a piece of end steel cable to connect it. Good. And then another bit of fluid conduit, a fluid filter. This is going to get, what was it again? Deuterium. Here, insert on brown. Good. And you expose deuterium to the system. Good. And then we just need a tank on top to store the deuterium. So the titanium. And you are going to need that. Tritium on top. Extract on black. Good. You extract on black. Go. Tritium. Perfect. And then we just need a fluid storage bus on the top here with a piece. Let's change that to extract, and done. Good. So that should get you running. What am I missing? It's one bucket. It's one of each of those. That's on, but dark solarium, fine. Give me 64 of those. Oop, and invert it. Why is it idling? Let's see, it's this one here, I think. So it's filling up with tritium. Naquita, 8600. $7,200. Hang on. Is that Naquita alloy? Is that what it says? Osmiridium, Naquita, argon. Okay, so all of those we can easily make. Superconducting coil. $9,000. Okay, so all I need to do is move all of this setup over to one of those, and it will automatically start working. I will see you in just a moment. And we're back. And I've moved all the setup over to here on our superconducting coil block furnace, and we now are producing dark solarium ingots. So far we've got one. It's a reasonably slow process. Looks like it takes about a minute with the Nakoda alloy. And it's only running on LUV anyway. But this will stockpile, and that should be the last thing that we need in order to make our exotic material catalyst. So let's tell the system to make that. It's making red steel ingot, Canthal ingot, fine. That presumably shouldn't take too long. I don't even remember either of those recipes. So red steel ingot is a blast furnace recipe. So why is red steel ingot being made on demand? That is an interesting question. Red steel, I'm in the wrong one. Red steel ingots are here, which is not in this dimension. Oh, okay. It did finish, but it looks like we've got red steel ingots still being made actively instead of passively. So I'll go turn that around. But we've got our first exotic materials catalyst, and presumably no quest for the exotic materials catalyst. I do note we've got down here the Mote of Omnium recipe, but I would have thought that the exotic materials catalyst would have had its own as well. Internal catalyst mode. Oh, it does, but apparently we've not held a full stack of each of the various ingots that it requires. That's something I think I'll do just in between episodes. Thank you for watching. Sorry again for the delay between episodes, but I'm very much hoping to re-engage and get regular Nomifactory episodes out again. Thank you for watching. Stay happy and healthy, and I hope to see you in the next one.